Warning: Jason's talking time contains some content that may be unsuitable for people under the age of 18 or people who are easily offended by the slightest innuendo. Listener discretion is advised. However, if you tune in anyway and get offended, please do not send any letters. If you do, I will just crumble them up and throw them in the trash. This is Jason's Talking Time with Jason Kitt. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jason Kitt, and you are tuned in to another edition of Jason's Talking Time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are working with a different microphone today because my interface has been acting really funky lately. And so we have to go back to using my Samsung Go mic. And Samsung is a pretty good microphone. It's pretty good for doing I used it when I was making my music podcast a while back ago. But when it comes to just good old rambling and riffing and jiving around, I like to go with my condenser mic. So we're going to have to put up with the excess noise for a little while until I get my tax refund in a couple of weeks, in which case I will go out and buy a brand new interface, which means I can go back to using my microphone, which only picks up my voice and doesn't pick up all of the extra sounds in the background. You have to put up with any kids outside making noise. And where I live, there's a lot of badass kids out there who just like to go outside and play. And I like to see the kids go outside and play because I feel like people just spend too much damn time sitting on the couch, playing on their phones, watching SpongeBob, which hasn't been funny since 2006. So I like that they're going outside to play for a change, but at the same time, you just make too much fucking noise, and you just can't hear yourself think. But as they say, the show must go on. Alrighty, so on today's program, we are going to delve into more of my social media pet peeves. The topic I want to discuss this week is food porn. Food porn is a lot like regular porn. Just because it turns you on, it makes you hot and horny, it might make somebody else disgusted, turn them off, and want to gag. Food is the exact same thing. You know, I got stuff that I love. I love pizza, I love fried chicken, I love soul food, I love steak. I like steak with grilled mushrooms. I like potatoes. I like roast beef. And I especially love me some dessert, especially chocolate. I love chocolate, man. Chocolate is my absolute favorite, man. I love chocolate more than Elsa and Anna put together. As a matter of fact, if there's a line for chocolate cake, I'm subject to getting that line and just cut through it just like Derrick Henry running through a stout defense. That's how much I love me some chocolate. But at the same time, there might be some people out there who hate chocolate, and I don't see why you would hate chocolate unless you're allergic to it. That's the only way I can imagine you hating chocolate, is if you just can't have it, and you just don't want anyone else to have it because you're miserable. And I'm like, if I can't have chocolate, nobody can. But fuck you, I'm going to eat some chocolate anyway, because I can't have chocolate. That some people shouldn't post pictures of food on their Facebooks, Twitters, and Instagrams. You have to be mindful of what people want to see, and especially when you're having like a low-class meal, like you don't need to be posting pictures of a gas station hot dog or a bowl of ramen noodles or just a mundane bowl of Fruit Loops. I mean, we've all have had Fruit Loops before. And we've seen cereal before. I mean, you could just pour it over the milk and all that stuff. It's nothing special. I mean, try to hold off on the food porn pictures for when you go off to some fancy smashy restaurant where you have like Wolfgang Puck is the chef, or Mario Batali is the chef, or Bobby Flay, or somebody like that. Maybe some place that's been featured on Drivers, Dine-Ins, and Dives. And you get a steak from them, or a veggie plate for them, or something that's just been done with elegancy and class for real. And then you take a Snapchat of that. That's the kind of food that'll turn us on. We don't need to see any pictures of you microwaving pizza or dino nuggets. We don't need to see any, especially if you can't cook worth a shit. We don't want to see what you done burnt up. We don't want to see any undercooked chicken. We don't want to see any burnt macaroni. We don't want to see any mush peas. We don't want to see none of that. I mean, spare us. Please. Pretty please. Now, personally, getting back to what I'm saying about the food porn, basically, one of my sayings when it comes to food is that what makes one man salivate makes another man gag. So there is some food stuff that I enjoy tremendously that a lot of other people just find just disgusting, just cannot stand the sight of it. As a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I was on Facebook and somebody posted a picture of some boiled shrimp. On one side of the picture, it had boiled shrimp, and then the other side of the picture had roaches. Basically saying that shrimp and roaches are distantly related. And I know they posted that there to deter shrimp lovers from eating the shrimp that they have loved and admired for many years. And as a native of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I myself am one of those people who just love them some shrimp. And I'm going to tell you right now, that shit did not work at all. Because just this past weekend, I made me a nice shrimp and spinach Alfredo with some bacon in it. And I got to tell you, that shit was so delicious. I took one bite and I just got up and did my happy dance. That little dance I do every time I taste something that's good. The kind of dance that I can only do when I'm by myself. Because I've been in situations where I wanted to do that dance at the restaurant, but I figured, why make myself look like a coon? But then again, maybe you have your reasons for being turned off by shrimp. Maybe you keep kosher and shellfish is just not in your routine. Or maybe you have maybe you are allergic to shrimp, and no matter how good it looks, you're in the presence of shrimp and you just start gagging. And it's out of your control. And then you have people who live healthy lifestyles and are vegetarians and vegans. And one thing I can't do is be vegan. It's like, I can maybe do vegetarian, but only for like 3 or 4 days out of the week because I just love meat too much and I would miss it. But I especially could not give up dairy. I mean, milk, cheese, I can't give up none of that. And I really wouldn't make it as a vegetarian either because I tell you, I love bacon. I mean, yeah, I love bacon just as much as I love shrimp. As a matter of fact, I'll eat just about anything with some bacon on it. For instance, somebody posted a recipe for like a bacon wrapped burger dog. And basically what it is like you take some ground beef and make it into a shape of a hot dog. And then you take a block of cheese in it and you wrap the meat, you wrap the cheese inside the meat, and then you wrap bacon around the meat, and then you throw that mother on the grill, and you just let it get all seared up and crisp and shit like that. And then you take it off the grill, and then you put it on a hot dog bun, and then you take whatever toppings you like. Personally, I don't like hot dogs either, but I do love some grilled sausages, especially hot links. And with hot links, I just like it plain, man. Just enjoy the flavors of the meat. But maybe you like to have a little mustard or a pickle on it. And what I saw is like they had the little spicy mustard on the thing, and they bit into it, and it just looked delicious. Most of the side it looked delicious. But I know some people are vegetarians or are vegan, and they just think it's a shame that a cow had to die so that you could make a bacon burger dog. And they also feel bad for the pig that got slaughtered. That poor piggy. Why they had to kill the piggy? And they're like, come on, man. That just does not look appetizing to me at all. But to me, I would like to try the little hamburger cheese, bacon wrapped hamburger cheese, whatever. Alrighty, so that's gonna do it for this edition of Jason's Talking Time, and I appreciate you for listening to today's program. As always, please follow the show on Twitter and on Instagram, and like our Facebook page. You can also check out our website. It is jasonstalktime.com, where you can check out more information about the program and leave a donation for the show as well. And until next week, this is Jason Kidd signing off. You have a great night.